Hi guys. Oh, I don't like how I look at all.
I don't either.
We're back. It's been like a month. Episode 238 of Hello Dysfunction. I'm Patafria.
I'm dead.
Right.
Look at me. Call me Hannibal. I'm Crystal.
Where do we start? I've been sick. Let me just explain.
Explain
ourselves.
Like, oh my fucking
the flu.
God.
The flu has whooped me and P's ass.
Like, tested positive for influenza flu.
Yeah, which I never have before. So like that's all new territory for me. And it's really a respiratory fucking nightmare more than anything. For me, I feel like I thought I was bad because I was waking up in the middle of the night. It felt like every bone in my body was broken. Weird ass, like body aches, chills. I didn't have a fever though. Yeah. Bad coughing, lung shit, like horrible fucking chest pains and everything. But then when Peace got it, she had a nonstop fever for 6 days straight.
It was hella scary.
She's never been that sick before. She's already hella tiny and like doesn't weigh anything. But I'm talking about like not able to eat, you know, barely able to drink some days.
Yeah.
I was taking her to the fucking hospital, which had hella little kids with the same problem. Like the flu is really bad this year. And like I had COVID 3 times and never felt this sick any of those times. Like the flu, like I had no idea the flu was like this. So someone who is normally against getting flu shots and is like, no, we're good, like refuse them. I changed my mind because I can't have it get it again and have it be this severe
she
again
was
for me she was hallucinating. None of my kids ever did that before. It was the scariest shit in the fucking world because
gasping for air, saying help me.
It was her hallucinations were scary things that were, it wasn't like fun things,
like mushrooms.
It was like like my mushrooms. My oldest daughter, she had like some anesthesia or something for some dental stuff when she was really little, and I remember her hallucinating from that and thinking she saw like butterflies and like happy shit. I was crying when that happened, but at least it was happy shit. No, this was like scary, violent shit. She thought kids were hitting her. She was like, it's right there. It's right there. She's seeing things. She was like flinching, like she could visually, she was having visual hallucinations. It was terrible. It was fucking terrible. And then I was telling William before you got here that like, I was reading with the flu, you'll get better. And then in like a week, it'll come back. Like, I'm not done. Don't get comfortable.
That's probably what happened to you.
And probably. And it'll come back. So like to be prepared in case that happens to her.
Oh my God, no.
And then, you know, but it won't last as long when it comes back. And so
put
I'm
that
just like,
elderberry syrup in her bottle.
No, for real. So I've like taken her out of school for the rest of the month. Like I can't risk her getting sick again or getting anybody else sick.
It was so bad.
Yeah. It was awful. So we absolutely could not record during that time.
No, like 1 a.m. crying, like, phone calls, fucking, it was just bad. No.
Yeah, it sucks. So I have all these old ass notes.
Same.
Like, I feel like we haven't had a chance to do anything for so long.
I know. I had the worst fucking week. Oh my God, the worst fucking week.
It's a joke. Life is a joke.
You know what's funny is when I told Christos about my client, he goes, God damn, like, for real, it's always something. Like, if I didn't know you, I would think you were a fucking liar.
A liar, or like causing it, or like have a kink, like have a like a trauma kink,
yes,
or something.
Yes.
Like I had jokes that like how many naked white men do you want to see? Like how many fucking, you know, like down bad white, like, oh my God, the jokes write themselves.
So not last night, the night before, I went to my clients. Actually, not yesterday, the day before I went to my clients. In the morning, he didn't feel great, but he was all right. You know, I was worried about him, but he was telling me he was fine. I asked him what city he was in, his name, birthday, president. He knew all of it. And he was like, stop worrying. You worry too much. He was like, I'm fine. I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm going to get the girls. I'll be back later, like I always am. And I just had a bad feeling. I don't know how to explain it. But I got there. Oh, and I had found him passed away. And it looked like it was very instant. And I called 911. I hung up with them. I called Maria. And that's the fastest I've ever had anybody show up. I was literally on the phone with her fucking 60 seconds and they were there.
Thank God. Yeah.
Thank God. And you know, I just called in Graham, 2.5 months ago. And I'm thinking in my head, bitch, they're going to investigate me. Like,
yeah. And I mean, oh my God.
They're going to but this time I was really upset. I couldn't stop crying.
You're one of those serial killers that just really loves attention.
Right. Yeah.
So you cause this kind of shit around
all the
you.
Time. Watch out.
No, seriously. If I was a white man, I'd be worried.
No, for real.
Like, what is going on?
No, but John made me fucking bat shit sometimes, just like my dad did, made me bat shit. But, you develop relationships and
of course.
Bonds. And I loved him to death. And he wasn't naked, thank God.
I told William to ask you, and then he never fucking texted me and let me know. That was my number one question.
No, I love him so much more for that. He was not naked.
Good.
But it just sucks, he had a lot of health problems. I had to deal with the sheriffs. The worst call I ever had to make in my life was to his daughter, who was away on business out of the country. But I didn't want her to get a call from the police. And
she's like young. I think it's important to mention that because I had no fucking idea she was that young. Yeah. She's young and like that was her primary parent. That's and like it. Family. Like
that's it.
I would not have wanted to make that fucking phone call. No. I feel so bad for her.
So fucking bad. And when my dad died, going through the process of like arrangements and things like that was made so much easier because I have
a support system.
I have you. I have the boys. I even have Shar. Like I have Mark.
Yeah.
She doesn't have all that. And and it's weird. John made me promise 2 weeks ago to help her when this time came. And I'm like, shut up. I was like, I promise I will, but like you have hella time. You're fine. But now I wonder, like,
just hearing little things he was saying. Yes. It's like, did you know? Like, I think he knew. I think he had a feeling that it was coming, which is creepy.
Yeah. But I've heard of people doing things like that. Yeah. But it just fucking sucked. It really fucking sucked. It sucks.
You called me and I thought it was going to be, I don't know what I thought. I thought it was just going to be some bullshit or something. You're like,
here we go.
And you're like hysterically crying and you don't do that.
No.
So I was just like, oh my God. So like I flew over there.
Let me tell you guys.
And called William and I was like, she don't fucking cry like that. He had no idea. I texted him like, did Crystal call you? Like,
you were the first person I
called his phone and he was just like, I'm coming over there right now. So we sat there for a minute and while you were with the cops, like I took a picture and I was going to post it and be like, if you guys want to know, go join the $20 tier.
Using it as Patreon. A marketing opportunity.
I still might. For this episode.
Just cause.
It's you talking to two cops. One of them is staring directly at me, sees I'm taking a photo.
You know what I will say? The last couple of interactions I've had with sheriffs, it's just kind of like them doing their job, not going above and beyond. The one with Graham, he did call the funeral home for me, so that was nice.
Yeah.
But the ones that I dealt with the night before last were so fucking human.
I heard little bits of the conversation, like me and William could hear through the glass. Like one was saying something about, you know, how many he sees or whatever. And I was like, I need to stay out the door. Don't make this about you. And then William was like, just lay on the horn real quick. They were like outside the car.
I hate y'all.
Oh God, we were making so many jokes.
I was talking to them about therapy and staying human and not becoming jaded and
and crazy,
and asking them, you know, do you try to build relationships with the community? I take every opportunity to dig in and ask police officers, sheriffs, whatever. And I had asked him, what was the worst scene that you rolled up on? Oh, I wasn't prepared.
What did he say? Dead babies?
A couple months ago, here in Rodale.
I might have read about
it. Was
this
on the news. 4-year-old boy killed by his parents. They had beat him to death.
I think I read about one in Rodeo that was like in the bathtub or something. A little kid too, though. Oh wait, this one was the mom and the dad.
Yeah,
that killed the little boy.
The stepdad did it, and they arrested both parents.
Stepdad? There's been a few child fucking murders around that area.
The little Latin girl.
Yes, and it's been at the hands of their fucking parents.
Yeah, he said it's different when you walk in. He said, please don't take offense, but it's different when you walk into a scene like this, because although, you know, he's lived a life.
It's natural. Had a good life. It's sad, but it's natural.
And so that's what he said.
Yeah. It's not tragedy.
And he said, when you walk into a scene of a child where adults are supposed to be protectors and it's just pure evil.
That's why I can't be a cop, because I would kill the parents immediately and be like, they fucking killed each other before I got here. Fuck, they beat each other to death.
Suicide.
Yes.
No, for real, because how do you not slam their fucking heads into the wall? And you know, I guess their departments provide therapy. It's up to them if they want to go or not. I don't know why I can't think of anything this morning. I left my wallet at the gas station. But you know, it's up to them if they want to go. And I'm like, well, do you utilize it? And he said, absolutely, I do.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah, both of them.
Good.
Both of them. The white one girl was picking up the cat, talking to the cat, petting it and shit.
I saw one of them fucking with the cat. I was like, and I saw one. Cool. Yeah. And I was like, stop horsing around. You're here for fucking business.
There was
not
like
here to
7 fucking sheriffs in there at one point.
I was like, she's going to fucking jail. I kept telling William, watch, they're going to put her in handcuffs in a minute.
Fuck y'all. I hate y'all
we had
so
all
much.
kinds of scenarios going on.
I hate y'all. Oh my God. They were worried about me. They were like, do you need anything? Should we call anybody? Like, do you want the chaplain? And I was like, no.
What's that? To pray for you?
Yes. I said no. But I know that John was a God-fearing man and he read his Bible.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing. He had been asking me to give him his Bible because it usually sits on the dresser.
Oh.
To bring it to him with his magnifying glass the last couple weeks.
See? Again, it's like, did you have a feeling?
So I put his Bible in his hand, under his hand, and then
while he was dead?
Yeah. And I had the chapel. Yeah. I want to cry.
Don't. You just got your lashes retouched. Do not.
I know, because I cried them.
Yeah, don't.
I had them call the chaplain to come say a blessing over him because I know that's what he would want.
I saw the jacket that said chaplain, but I thought that was who was picking him up.
No,
they come out to pray.
Yes.
On call.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was pretty cool.
That was at like fucking 10 o'clock at night, or what time was it? Like 9? That was at like 9 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm. He came in and he prayed over him, and I thought John would have appreciated that.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's nice. I totally thought he was part of the pickup crew to come get him.
No.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, he gave me his card. So if you want a prayer later, I'll call him.
Yeah. We might need it.
No, I might need an exorcism at this fucking point.
Not gonna make jokes. I've been leaning on God lately. I think I've prayed more than I have ever prayed
in my life.
Yeah, no, with peas, like I was just like, please just heal her, like for real, like please, that's all I want. Like I'll deal with whatever else, like fucking please, because like nothing was working.
No, I prayed for y'all to have some peace.
Oh my God.
I've like prayed hardcore for Palestine.
Oh yeah. Every fucking day.
for a revolution, for a civil war here. Like,
yeah,
not really, but I'm ready. But I'm not going to take another client for for some months at least.
You don't need to be doing this kind of work anymore. It takes a
been
toll.
17 years.
It's emotionally tolling. Is that the word?
Yeah.
It's too much. It's just too much.
It sucks when the thing that you're really good at is also the thing that destroys you a little bit.
But you can utilize that in other ways.
For sure.
Like, you know,
For sure.
there's other ways that you could be nurturing to people
Yes.
and not be so closely connected that you get hurt every time.
Yes.
You know, it's too much.
I'm really good at fucking taking care of people, but
Just
like,
in a lesser
I need
capacity
a break.
would be better.
Yeah, I need a break for sure. So I'm definitely I'm good for a while.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'll be a realtor before I take a client right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think anything where you can like be very
Talk.
helpful and run your fucking mouth. That's all you need to do, and be nosy.
Yep.
Any of those, you're going to thrive.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. There's other ways that you
Maybe
can
we
do
start a private detective agency.
that. Maybe. I mean, there's hella ideas of things you can do. Do you have socks on?
I do.
Okay, good.
I always wear socks now.
Okay, good.
Because I ruined 2 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
And even washing them.
And I like those, so I'm like, don't fuck around.
Don't stink them up,
Do
Crystal.
not ruin these shoes.
I'm famous for being so rough on shoes anyways,
Yeah.
so I make sure to wear fucking socks. My donks are all fucking creased because I constantly squat down in them when I'm doing shit.
Part of my heart is just like, knock it off.
Mark gets so mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're shoes.
Yeah.
I wear them for sure.
I got a 48-hour notice in the mail yesterday for my PG&E, and I thought they stopped doing
Caroline
that.
got one a week ago. I gotta pay it.
I thought you still didn't pay it. You were like, fuck this.
I had so much to do, and then John died, and then
So my thing
I'm
is,
just combobulated.
I thought they did away with those because of COVID and, you know, just
I guess
life.
they just send them like, get off your ass, because they haven't shut hers off yet. I have to go there
But
today
I'm
and pay it.
pissed because I think I just paid them, like my bill was under $1,000, but like I had to explain it to Bunny because she was like, why do we have that? How much are they charging us? And I was like,
You're like, we have to pay for water, dude.
Yeah.
This is why I'm an anarchist.
Yeah, exactly. But I said, you know, it was under $1,000, but like I stopped paying it. I was letting it just like build up. You know, I had more things that were important. And so
I love you so much.
You know, this is my logic. So I said, I think at the beginning of the month though, I paid them $500. So now I get a notice for like something for 48 hours. Don't fucking play with me, bitch.
No, if you
don't
them
see I came off that big payment. Like that counts for something, right?
No, call them. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
if I
call
was
them.
running PG&E, I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Greedy
so
bitches.
I'm gonna call them and just tell them, you see that payment I just made that I think was at the beginning of the month. Don't play with me right now. Like, don't talk to me until next month.
You know, I have nothing nice to say about fucking PG&E, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, zero.
Yeah.
Ever.
So that was rude yesterday. What was also rude, I was at Target. I ran in there for a couple things, and then I got some fireplace logs and I put them at the bottom of the basket. And I was like, okay, trying to select my cashier based on appearance. She looks cool. She's like young and cute. I go get in her line and she's ringing me up. I go to pay and she's like, oh, did you want that too? As a cashier, why are you asking me?
Don't look at the bottom of my card.
What are you fucking doing? And I looked at her like,
of course I want it for free. That's why it's on the bottom.
I stopped and I looked at her like I thought we were cool. Like I felt so betrayed.
Yeah.
I picked you because you looked young and cute.
We're not friends anymore.
No, we're not. So don't compliment me. Don't expect no chit chat when I come back.
I don't like your hair anymore.
I don't. Never mind. Just kidding. I
tricked you.
The betrayal I felt.
No, for real.
Like I selected you for a reason. You looked young and cute and cool, and you're not. So I was pissed. So whatever. I paid for them. Fucking tell PG&E that's where my money went. What? Like
the fucking Duralogs, bitch. That's why I can't pay y'all. Shit.
PG&E betraying me, fucking the cashier betraying me. Like, where is the camaraderie?
I don't like it.
Where is it?
You guys are
I've been going through a lot. I should have told her I've been going through a lot right now, and I think that's fucking rude.
My baby's been sick
as fuck, and me, and my friend died, and fucking it's been nonstop chaos in my life. Like,
you have no idea.
Yeah, like, come on, dude. Speaking of Carl, rest in peace to Carl. I could not go to his viewing. I could not go to his ceremony. Nothing, because Pease was, so fucking sick. But thank God I did get to stream it. They streamed it on YouTube.
I love that.
Live. So I got to watch his service, which was beautiful. They really did their big one, sending him home. Aww. And I cried so bad because his dad got up at after everybody said their words and all that, and they did the obituary and everything, and he was like, now we need to we're gonna send Carl off the way that he always wanted. Girl, and mariachis came out.
Shut up.
And I was like, oh my fucking God, because if anybody knows,
because he loved Mexican culture, right?
Yes. And so it was just like my heart stopped, because I did not fucking expect it, but like, absolutely, like, that's what he would have fucking wanted. So
in his cowboy
boots. And I literally said, like, I wanted to get botas and a hat and all kind of shit for going to his thing. I didn't get to, but a lot of people did. A lot of people, like, red and white were his colors. A lot of people got like red boots, wore boots. Yeah, it was so fucking
a real
beautiful
celebration of him.
So I have a couple stories that I just wanted to quickly just give you an idea of him and his character. He was also a fucking true anarchist. Stole from Starbucks any chance he got.
Love him.
Would record himself. He's the type that would go up and just start eating food in line.
I love him.
Or grab cups, the expensive cups. One time he had so many, he did like a raffle on his live and like raffled them off. He would just grab them, but he would steal in front of cops.
Love it.
Which made it even better. Like, it's like this 6'5", man, like, just putting cheese and avocado spread in his pocket, and like that's
man Crystal.
That's who he was. Yes, 100%, one of us.
Love him.
It was an ongoing joke. He had a stack, probably this thick, of toll envelopes that came in the mail. We're not paying those. We're not.
Wow.
We're just not. I don't know how he was able to register.
Suspended his shit?
No, I don't know how it never went towards his registration, but I kid you not, envelopes this much.
Oh my God.
We're not paying those. That
fuck y'all.
And one of the most important stories to me, there were so many stories that were told just about how he always made you feel safe, no matter the situation, no matter what was going on. He always made you feel safe and protected if he was around. You never went hungry. You never, he's buying drinks, he's buying food, he's just whatever, he's gonna make it. Even if he had to take it, he's gonna make it happen for everyone around him. For sure. It's just who he was, and that's who we are. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, but I don't know if you guys remember, but years ago, this was in like 2017 or something. It was like years ago, but I know I talked about it at one point. I was at a bar with Moni. I was drinking. This dude I did not know, I had never seen before in my life, walked up to me and grabbed my pussy.
Yep.
I was hella caught off guard. You think you're going to react a certain way, whatever, whoop ass, whatever. I cried. I froze and I started crying.
Because it's like shocking.
And I was like, what the fuck? The bar people threw him out. He was like hella drunk. They were like trying to make sure, was I okay? I was just so fucked up from it. Come to find out, this person like knows hella mutual friends of mine, and so like I talked to them about it, and like it was this whole ongoing thing. There was this dude, this like Bay Area dude that's like pretty known. I also have a lot of mutual friends with him. He made it his job to call me a liar.
Oh, I hate him.
I had to retell that story earlier today. He made it his job to like go and tell people I'm a weirdo and I was lying, to where I had to get security camera footage from the bar to show the dude grabbing my pussy and that I was not fucking lying.
And the police not doing anything when they took it.
Right. And me solving the case, the investigation myself, them not doing anything, like, oh, he doesn't want to come in. Yeah, I bet he fucking doesn't. Like, don't you make them come in?
How about you go to his door, you lazy fuck?
I was like, this is why people don't report when things happen.
For sure. And this is why
a whole nightmare.
Predators escalate.
Exactly. A whole fucking nightmare, right? So fast forward to like a year or so after that happened, maybe a year, I was at a bar with Winter in Oakland and drinking whatever. A bunch of my people were there. I turn and I see that dude that grabbed my pussy, and he was there. And I had a weird ass fucking reaction to it, and I started crying. And I kind of went in the cut and I started crying. And I called up my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, you have to come get me. Like, I did not drive. Like, I need to be picked up. Like, I'm freaking out. Here comes Carl. Carl used to carry a little pistol in his pocket. Like, he was such an old man, like an old grandpa. He had like a little revolver, sometimes like in his shirt pocket or in this fucking, that night it was in his pocket. And he came up to me and he was like, what the fuck is wrong? And I told him what happened and I told him who it was, and he was like, say less, I know him. Went over to dude, checked him, walked him over to me, made him apologize to me. He was like, I was drunk, I'm so sorry, blah blah blah, like, that's not me, this and that, apologized, all the shit. I don't know if that was because of Carl's effect that he had on him, or if he actually been wanting to tell me that, like, he kind of expressed whatever. Either way, super apologized to me, was like, can I buy you a drink or anything, like, how can I make this right? I was like, just don't talk to me. Carl made him leave. Like, this was like at a very popular bar. It was at halftime, like, if you're familiar. It was like the whole neighborhood hangout. Made him fucking bounce. Was like, you got to get up out of here. As long as she's here, you cannot be here. Made him leave.
I love him so much.
Made me feel safe, calmed me down, made me stop crying, like, handled it in a very gentle, protecting way. And I will never fucking forget that, ever. But yeah, that's just another example of how, like, he made sure, like, if he cared about you at all, like, he made sure that you were fucking good and that you felt safe and had whatever you needed. And just,
loss.
Yeah, that's just who he was. And hearing the stories, it's crazy because that's who he was to
across
everybody.
The board, huh?
To everybody, to even people, like, there were people saying, like, I thought I was special, you know, because he did this and this and this, but I'm learning he did that for everyone. That's just such a fucking loss. But
damn,
yeah, they sent him off right, and he had like the most beautiful ceremony. And
I love that he got the mariachis.
Yes, it was so fucking beautiful. And the first song they did was Frank Sinatra, My Way. And that song is just like the epitome of who Carl was. You know, he's gonna live his life for him, and yeah, no matter what. So yeah, R.I.P. to him.
R.I.P.
I think it's worth noting, it's in my notes, it's worth mentioning that when I was sick, at one point I was like, I can't take it anymore. I went to Kaiser in Richmond for myself. I was like, enough is enough. I can't fucking breathe. Like, it was all in my lungs. It was just like, I was sobbing because I could not fucking breathe. I went there and I noticed something, and I think I noticed this the last time I was there, but it's almost like a sick joke. Every employee that works there in every fucking department that I went to is gorgeous.
There's a lot of attractive people that work there.
I don't understand. I'm talking about men, women, all ages, all races, all ethnicities. They're all fucking gorgeous. So whoever is behind the hiring at that hospital, it's so intentional. I'm talking about radiology. I'm talking about, like, I went and got a chest x-ray. I started in the ER.
You're like, I'm in love with you.
Everybody was gorgeous. They sent somebody with me before they sent me home. They sent somebody to come walk me around the hospital with I don't know if it was oxygen. Yeah. And so he was fucking gorgeous to where I got awkward.
Hold my hand.
I got hella awkward because he was so gorgeous.
You're like, I'm not sick anymore.
I was like, like, this is fucking weird. I found myself like worried about my appearance, which I'm normally not when I'm sick.
You're like, do I look
in
okay?
every department I went to? I was like primping a little bit because I was like, they're hot. Like the women, like everybody, the people at the fucking desk, the people in triage, everybody.
I noticed gorgeous. That last time I was there with Naya. I was like, there's a lot of nice looking humans that work
What's going on? I'm talking about the white man in triage that checked me in. Gorgeous. The fucking, like, every department I went to. So I'm curious to know. And then I like tweeted about it.
So don't go there if you're self-conscious. Stay home and die.
Put on your lipstick first. Don't wear a bra. It was so weird. I tweeted about it, and this girl I know was like, when I worked there, she was like, I found all my best work like in radiology. That's where all the hottest ones were at. And I'm just thinking, like, girl, they were everywhere. They were, it was swarming. Like, even
I'm telling you, when I had my sinus surgery, the anesthesiologist
is that where you were?
Yes, I had my surgery at Richmond Kaiser. The anesthesiologist that saved my lashes.
You got to stop smoking around me, by the way.
That saved my lashes was a really nice looking white man. And he went above and beyond, and he built a contraption.
Yes, something
to
special.
Save my eyelashes for me. But yes, even then.
Like, are you flirting with me?
Yes, the woman who was my nurse when I came out of surgery was a pretty ass Latina woman. Everybody.
It's weird. It's fucking weird. And I'm talking about all age ranges.
Yeah.
Like, there were some young people at like the desk behind in the ER when you first go in. They were gorgeous.
The 50-year-old black woman that wants your money when you're done, that came in.
Oh yeah, that comes to have you sign.
Yes.
I need to know what's going on. So I might ask around, investigate further.
You're like, am I hot enough to work here? That's the true test if you're hot.
Yeah, if you get hired there, it's a compliment. Because everybody there is hot, and it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. If you don't look that good or you're feeling self-conscious, skip that one. Go to Oakland.
County's good. County will make you feel like a queen.
A beauty queen. Go to County in Martinez.
Fuck, dude. In my notes it says
sorry, one more thing. There were hella mentally ill people there. I don't know.
That shit makes me sad as fuck.
I feel like there's a clinic or something close by. Like, the amount of mentally ill people that were in the ER was like more than I've ever seen in an emergency room. I told you one had Tourette's and was like super screaming next to me. There was a mom, and her daughter was like trying to settle her down, but she came over and was like gonna lean on me at one point, and then
screamed.
I was like, I had a mask on and shit. You know, I was hella sick at that time, and I'm thinking like, please don't get too close because you're gonna be fucked if you get this shit. But she went and like almost leaned on another lady that was laying on like a gurney. Like, she was all over the place. But they were so gentle and kind. Even security that had to like be sat with some of these people because they were acting hella erratic. They treated these people very kindly and didn't laugh and like gently and like no, and they were very patient with the guy that had Tourette's. And I was just like, wow, this is really good. Like, I'm really happy with this hospital visit.
Tourette's gotta be rough.
Yeah.
And
it was like a young kind of buff dude, black dude, on a stretcher in the hallway, and they had him strapped down. And he didn't have a shirt on, and he was like muscular. Like, he'd have fucked them up like if he did resist or like try to like fucking slam them or some shit. And they sat like these two like middle-aged like Mexican security guards next to him, and they were just so cool and kind and gentle with him. One of the nurses came and gave him like apple juice at one point, girl, and he threw it against the wall. So there was a chance for like him to start acting up, but they just treated him so good. And I was like, this makes me happy, because I've seen people
for sure
be treated fucked up, laughed at, you know what I mean, all the wrong ways to handle like a crisis.
Right.
And no, they were doing really good. So
I love hearing that.
Yeah, shout out to that hospital for sure.
Speaking of hospitals, I'm just kidding, but my note says my ankle has been swollen for like 4 days.
Oh no.
Due to the amount of olive loaf I've eaten in the last fucking 2 days.
You're still eating that?
No, I stopped. This is an old note.
Oh, I'm like, we're still on that. God damn it.
Yeah, I found out. I've been looking for olive loaf. First of all, olive loaf is like, It's a processed meat. It's
like
a lunch
bologna.
meat. It's kind of like bologna. It's made with pork. I'm not supposed to be eating pork. I don't do well with pork.
And it has them
I snuck and ate
olives.
it. But it has green olives in it, and it has pimentos.
It looks really good.
Fabulous.
If it was cheese instead of the meat, I would love it.
Still delicious. So my grandparents ate it when I was little, and I loved it. My grandpa also ate hog head cheese sandwiches a lot. That's fucking disgusting. It's basically marbled fat brain. Yeah. It's gross. But I've been looking for olive loaf for years. They used to sell it in, Oscar Mayer used to sell it in packages. Buy all the other lunch meat. I haven't been able to find it, but I went to the Safeway deli to get John's roast beef last week.
And they had it.
And they fucking had it. And I was like, give me a pound of it. And I literally, that's all I ate for 2 days. When I say my ankles were swollen for 4 days, I'm not exaggerating.
That's not good.
The amount of sodium is horrendous. So that's something you can snack on once every 2 years.
Not for 4 days.
And it's like trash food to me, right? Well, a listener reached out and was like, that's fancier than you think, because at the high-end restaurant I work at, we have people that come in and ask for this on their charcuterie boards all the time.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so it's not trashy as we thought.
I guess it's fancy.
Look at that.
Yeah, I love it, but I won't be eating any of it.
Do it in moderation.
Yeah, because the sodium content is so fucking bad.
The swelling of the ankles, that reminds me, they asked me at the hospital if I had that. And I was like, why would they ask that? And then they started being concerned about blood clots.
Yep.
And I coughed up a blood clot while I was having my flu, when I was in the peak of my flu. And I didn't even think that's something that should be a problem, that I should be looking out for. Apparently it is. Yeah. And that was why they rushed me to get my chest x-ray and shit, because they started asking me about ankle. I didn't have any ankle swelling, thank God. But when they mentioned worry of blood clots, I was like, oh yeah, I did pass one. And they were like, yeah, no, you're not supposed to do that. That's not
normal,
a good thing.
you fucking idiot.
I thought
you didn't even tell me that.
I thought I ruptured something from coughing
like
so violently. Yeah. I thought I just I don't know, from that.
Meanwhile, you're dispelling pulmonary embolisms, bitch.
Probably. I was down so bad.
Oh my God. 2 things that her and I talked about the other day. My first note says watermelons and hammer pants.
Oh my fucking God.
I had mentioned. Somehow LA Gears came up.
Were we talking about Christmas presents? How did we get on this subject?
I don't know.
Oh, LA Gears came up.
LA Gears came up. And I said, as a kid, I had the Pro Wing version.
And I said, I was on the toilet when she told me, and I was like, oh, I remember looking at my wall, like, you had Pro Wings.
I did. So the real LA Gears with the twisties on the side were white shoes, and they were like neon green and neon pink accents. Mine were white shoes with neon pink and black accents. Okay.
They had real LA Gears. My mom had the pink and black LA Gears.
I finally got a real pair when a family friend gave me her hand-me-downs.
She tells me this person's name from school, and I was like, oh, I remember that name for some reason. Someone I knew knew them. And she was like, yeah, I used to get all her stuff.
I did, and I'd get so excited, and I was so excited to get those shoes and wear them. And then from there, I was like, yeah, every year at Christmas, Charlene would take us down to San Pablo off the El Portal exit, and there used to be this dirt lot off the freeway exit.
It was like a little, what is that? Like a little fucking
it just was like the side of the road, like this
but it
dirt
was like
area.
Dirt. It was a small dirt island area.
And the Mexican men would park over there, and one truck would have watermelons, one would have oranges, and one would have knockoff Nike clothes and hammer pants. And guess where Charlene got our Christmas clothes?
She called the man by name. And she was like, we went there every fucking year. And I'm crying, laughing.
The time.
Because I knew exactly where you're talking about. And I started crying, laughing. And she was like, we ate so much fucking watermelon.
I hate watermelon. You guys don't even know how much I despise watermelon. Don't put that shit nowhere in front of me.
Like, we got these Nike shirts, and the logo would be hella off center.
And they were definitely
Charlene would be like, yes, they are.
She would argue us up and down. Will had neon orange and black fiery hammer pants. I got the rainbow ones, and I wore them with a black turtleneck.
And watermelon.
And watermelon in my lunch pail.
Oh my God.
Oh,
and it made it more funny. Like, we went on with it because her mom also has a thing for Mexican men.
Yes, and I'm like, no wonder.
Yes,
she was probably like, flirting with him the whole time.
She got cash ready and was like, come on, kids, every fucking year. And took y'all down there to shop with him.
I'm not even kidding. Probably until like maybe 9th grade. For me, 9th grade. I mean, the hammer pants stopped, but
she was like Charlene,
my favorite Weta,
my best fucking customer. Crystal, you're getting big. You guys are really growing up. I've seen you your whole life.
I have your school picture in my wallet.
Oh my God. I just remember that man being there all the fucking time. Would set up his little table, his little tent.
The little awning would come out and clothes would be hung from it. And mom's like,
taking all my kids there.
All of us. I'll never forget, I had these green like swoosh pants that were supposed to be Nike. They very much weren't Nike. I wore them anyways. My girls have no idea how fucking good they got it.
They really don't fucking know.
I'm like, Charlene, you couldn't have been stealing, bitch.
No, but, for real.
You know, humble beginnings, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. Makes you appreciate and not be materialistic now. So it's like, it
probably is why I'm not.
Yeah.
And then we had a discussion regarding, I hate even talking about him. I hate him.
Who?
Bitch Margarita.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's disgusting. He needs to be stopped. He needs to be demonetized.
He needs to be shut the fuck down because he had a 13-year-old.
Real quick, if you guys don't know who that is, he has a series on YouTube called Soft White Underbelly.
We liked him at one point.
We did. We talked about him many times in different episodes over the years. At first, we liked him. Then we didn't like him because we were like, oh, he's super exploitive. Then we found out he was helping some people. Yep. So it was like, oh, we do like him. Then we found out he was a trick with a few people and like got played
and did like abusive shit.
Then his assistant came out and exposed his fucking phone calls and shit of him being homophobic, being super transphobic, being racist, talking shit about mentally ill people that he exploits and saying like, what do you expect from these people? And like talking super, super bad. So that was the final straw for me.
For sure.
And I unsubscribed and I was like, you know what? No. Because when I heard the homophobic slurs, the transphobic, all that shit, I was like, that's how you're eating. Like, you can't.
Bitch, them people?
Yeah.
Fucking fund you.
Yeah. So that was the last straw. I haven't been keeping up or watching at all.
Me either.
I don't even follow him on social media anymore. So
a listener,
I get a fucking text or call from her.
And I'm like, bitch, oh my fucking God. So a listener had sent me a video, and the video is of another woman YouTuber, and she is talking about the latest video he had uploaded, and it's a video of a 13-year-old black girl, and in the video she's wearing a see-through bikini top. They have it blurred, but she's wearing it,
right?
And a denim mini skirt. And she's talking about how she's been involved in prostitution and had to live on the streets. And it's like a 28-minute video. And he refers to her as... What did he refer to her as?
A seasoned vet,
I think. A seasoned fucking vet.
He's kind of laughing with her. At one point, he's like, you really know your shit.
Yes.
Huh? Like, at least you know what you're doing. And
why would you put that fucking child up there?
He has a very creepy tone to him. And he is almost talking to her, not from like a let's get you some help standpoint. This is not normal. This is
let's
not
make
okay.
Fucking content.
You're a child. It's more like, tell me your story. Oh, you got this all figured out. Don't worry about it. It sounds like you got this under control. Talking to her almost like she's
grown.
Like a not human. He's talking to her almost like she's a fucking freak show or something. Like
this is a baby.
The tone. And my first question was, do you think he talked to a little white girl that was hoeing at 13 like this at all? And
like an adult?
No, like because he would see her as human. Like he very clearly does not. He's talking to her like she's some sexual species almost. Like it's very fucking disgusting.
Yes,
I was shaking watching this shit. He's had her mom, who's a fucking joke, on previous episodes before, and then he has the daughter on here like telling her story. Just the shit that she's describing made me so fucking sick.
Yeah.
The only positive from that interview that I heard was her describing how hoes on the blade will run her off the blade,
and that made me
and
happy.
will chase the cars of her tricks and be like, that's a child, you know, and like fuck off her money.
Yeah.
And which they absolutely should be. That was the only positive that I took away from that fucking interview. It's so fucking disgusting. The bitch turned the comments off because he knows. Because he been getting told, I guarantee, what the fuck are you doing?
So I went to another video and left a comment and was like, you're fucking disgusting.
Yes.
How dare you put a baby up
Yes.
on your platform to make fucking money? You need fucking stopped.
Yeah. And it's totally like, you're making money off of her. And then at the end, he's like, donate to the GoFundMe if you would like, you know, to send any support to her or other people like her on my channel. Like, who's tracking that money? And that's been a long time argument and shit. For people that are supporting him, who's keeping track of where this money is being dispersed? I
just want him shut down. So
he's
bad.
Disgusting. God, he's so disgusting.
Like, he hella crossed the line with that kid.
There's a lot of other shit. Like, if you do YouTube searches with his name, like, he was involved in the death of was it Amanda, another, you know, guest that he had, that he got committed, and under this girl, the care of this young woman that was like his weird friend, she died under her care, and there's like all these conspiracies and shit that, you know, she's responsible for like fucking with her head and basically doing like virtual reality experiments on this girl. Like, he arranged that, you know what I mean? And then he like got her dad involved, and like her dad, there were some allegations of sexual abuse, like of this girl Amanda. Like, she ended up dying under their care basically. And they're like, they need to be held responsible for that. And of course it's not going anywhere, those cases. It's sick. He's a sick person, and I'm just waiting for somebody on Skid Row to fuck him off. Like,
for sure. He deserves
he spoon feeds them, you know, a few dollars here and there, I'm sure, for his safety. He talks about how he's been robbed a few times, but somebody needs to really just do that, because like, he's exploiting the fuck out of these same people that he talks shit about behind closed doors. It's disgusting.
And the child, she's a fucking child.
The kid, oh my God.
Rage.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Apparently, the Zionist groups have found me.
Oh my God.
They're taking my phone.
I was crying laughing.
Me too. That was my response. I think they wanted to elicit like an anger response, but when I first saw it, I screamed.
We're gonna die laughing, and we're gonna post it
because it's so fucking funny. So they took my photo, probably it's one of the better photos of me in a swimsuit, and
they thought they were gonna make you mad. Opposite.
I'm like, I'm posting this.
It's hilarious.
So it's from a Zionist group, and you can see above my photo where someone had wrote, "From the river to the sea, Gaza will be Muslim free," and people were liking it. And then it's my photo, and there's a cartoon word bubble on my photo, and it says, "Can't wait for Hamas to come run a train on this pussy." And then it says hashtag pussy for Hamas.
And we're like, yep. I'm mad I didn't make the joke first. Like, that's the only thing
That's the new hashtag. I cried we cried
oh my
laughing.
God. She posted it on our story. We were dying fucking and then you very clearly, because they were like, excuse me, you're in the fucking group or whatever, like trying to make you mad or something. No, you're dying fucking laughing.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck. This is what, right. First of all, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Whoever made this is fucking bitch. You made my day. But secondly, you're in a fucking hate group. Like, literally, this is what you people are doing. People that are speaking up against genocide, you're taking their photos, sending them to their bosses, or making these stupid fucking memes in these fucking groups. Who has time to do that shit, bitch?
Yeah.
There's kids fucking dying, and this is what
y'all are doing.
I've got into it.
This is how y'all are spending y'all time.
At first, I was like going back and forth with Zionists, like all over Instagram, all fucking over. I mean, so many. I've been called every name in the book, from fucking a terrorist lover to a stupid bitch.
To like, you're not Muslim, right? To,
yes.
like that.
Has Muslims hate you.
That has nothing to do with anything. Like what? And like, what are you fucking talking about?
I wouldn't even if they did hate me. I still don't think they should be genocided, which they don't.
Right.
Dummies. But the shit that comes out of their mouth, like,
they're
it's never
so stupid. Like thinking that they're gonna get reactions or upset people. Like, they're so fucking stupid.
I had one dude from Israel, a white guy, of course, call me a Karen, and all I did was place a few facts, and he was like, okay, Karen, with hello laughing faces, and I just responded, and I was like, you're a fucking dork.
You're a dork
who laughs at their own joke, and that you don't even know how to use Karen. Don't at me again. You're embarrassing.
I was just gonna say, that's not even appropriate use of Karen. Like,
no, for real,
use it right, and then it'll be funny.
That's like, because it ain't yours to use, whitey. Like, what the fuck? So I hate y'all. I hate y'all Zionists. I hope you know that. I hate you guys.
She's in a green bathing suit. It's just too good. It's too funny.
It's so fucking great. And then the dude tried to tell me he was Muslim and tell me that they hate me. They would kill me. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
But the whole time you're in this group and you have a Star of David.
Why are you
like
in a Zionist group?
Why is your avatar a flag? An Israeli flag?
Why is your whole profile making fun of fucking black people and Arabs?
But you want me to believe you're Muslim? No, knock it off.
And
knock it off.
Just goddamn. And then the UN, 153 countries voting for a ceasefire, overruling the US and wanting a ceasefire. And they did it under Article 377 or Chapter 377, whatever the fucking title is. And in the past, it's been used 13 times. 5 of those 13 times were because of Israel in the past and previously.
Isn't that very telling? Like,
absolutely.
this has already had to happen to you 5 other times.
5.
Like, you stay fucking up.
There's hundreds of countries
breaking laws. You stay, like, they keep like, if they have to keep invoking this on you, what does that say about y'all practices?
In jail. Why aren't you dismantled at this point?
Yeah.
And in the past, they have listened because, it looks very bad internationally on you if all these countries are saying stop and you don't. This time, they said, we don't give a fuck. We're not stopping.
Well, and the sad part is, it's like, I think the UN is pointless. I think it's been proven now that, like...
What is it good for if there's no enforcement?
Yeah.
What is this?
So you're telling me you guys are mad at me? Like, so what? Get off. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not going to do something and put some fire behind your action, then, like, what is the point? I don't care if
Yemen is doing the most to help Palestine at this point. Yemen, who has a population that is literally fucking starving to death.
Yemen should be praised. For sure. Like, they are courageous and they don't give a fuck and they're handling business. They're standing on motherfucking business right now.
For real. And they've had their own aid cut off from international groups because of this. And they're like, we don't give a fuck, bitch. Look at the wedding we just had on this Israeli fucking ship.
They're fucking off the Israeli economy right now because they basically said, at first it was like, we're blocking any ships that are trying to send arms to Israel. Then it was like, no, we're blocking any Israeli ships, period. Now they're like, we're blocking anybody else also. Anything going to Israel, it's bad.
Ain't coming this way.
No, they just blocked one from the Netherlands, I believe. So now everything's having to be rerouted around Africa, which allegedly is costing them like millions and billions of dollars, which I hope is true.
Same.
But yeah, they're the only ones like stepping up.
In the meantime, Israel, like, I need people to understand we are really witnessing a Palestinian fucking Holocaust. Like, they're just yesterday,
no doubt about
they
it.
lined up fucking women and fucking children and executed them. Where is this okay?
Yeah.
What Oh my fucking God. And it makes me feel rage.
It makes my head want to explode because, like, why is nobody stepping in? Like, Russia, where are y'all at? Russia, China, Iran. Like,
please,
hello,
somebody.
Where are y'all at? Like, come on.
Because we're not. The USA is not. We're not. We're pieces of fucking shit. And I seen a bunch of videos today. I reposted one on my story of this white dude, where people are talking about, like, the revolution has started. It, like, civil war is gonna fucking happen, and it's gonna make January 6th look like fucking a Disney play, because people are getting so fucking fed up. That is one thing I will be forever grateful to Palestine for, is that they woke up so much of the fucking world, and the US. Like, I knew we were fucking bad. Like, even recently with Russia and Ukraine, and what was that? Maybe a year and a half ago when we first spoke about that. And you've always fucking loved Putin.
That's my man.
But even back then, I was like, well, Ukraine wants to join NATO. They should be able to join NATO. And then, like, after this, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like...
And they voted against a ceasefire.
And I'm like,
you gotta be fucking kidding me.
You motherfuckers. And we just gave Zelensky more money this week.
The nerve. How dare y'all? Yeah, how dare y'all?
Enjoy being part of Russia, because that's how I feel at this point.
That's what needs to happen.
Like, I'm just so angry. Like, you motherfuckers are screaming genocide and don't even have death numbers close to Palestine, but you don't vote for a motherfucking ceasefire because you want money?
So a very disturbing realization that I have, that I'm probably late with, I don't know, maybe I was holding out hope for some people that I know, but I had to cut off another person that's been in my life for 15 going on 16 years. He's the one, if you've heard me talk about the quote unquote sugar daddy I had for a bunch of years, like
which sucks. He was hella cool.
He was hella cool, and he's been in my life for 16 years. His health is not good. And my sister actually keeps in touch with him more than I do lately, but he hit me randomly the other night, and he was like, how are you? And I was like, terrible. Like, I have the fucking flu. My baby has the flu. Like, we're fucking fighting, trying to get rid of this, blah, blah, blah. And then it's, you know, he is somebody, he used to be like one of the higher ups for Wells Fargo Bank. And, ironically enough, he was part of their, like, what is it called? Like, ethnic division, like their ethnic equality division or whatever, like something to do with, you know, racial equality or whatever within the corporation.
Make sure we have enough black people, Mexican people, sprinkle a few here.
That was like his department. His, you know, he was the head up of that.
I think it speaks volumes that corporations need to even fucking have that.
And hire a white man for that. But I mean, that's a whole other argument, right? But he was the white man in charge of that department or whatever within the corporation. And I always found him to be on the right side of things. You know, he was not a homophobic person. He was not a transphobic person. Like, we used to go get trans women together all the time of all races. He's had all color dicks in his mouth. Like, he's pretty inclusive, you know, when it came from activities, hanging out, you know, he's not ever been like a racist person to me. No history or sign of any of that. And I was like, oh, like, he's a good guy. He's one of the good ones. Like, he raised his kids that way. And, you know, just like I always thought that of him, thought highly of him. Something made me just be like, I don't know. We're talking about the flu. And then I was like, do you denounce Israel? And so I wait, and I'm like waiting. He replies, and he's like, I do, but once you put that but on it, I already know you're finna disappoint me.
What's he gonna say? But I believe they have a right to exist.
But, and then goes into talking about terrorists and about how those terrorists need to be executed, and fucking goes on this whole, like, makes a left, and like, I wasn't expecting it. And then, like, so I just replied and I put wrong answer, LOL. And he's like, well, come on. And like goes, like, tries to make sense of it, and was like, you know, I always thought you were smarter than that. And he starts to try to like gaslight me and demean me in a way. And I was like, that's not going to work with me. Like, you know better. So I immediately like just drop a few facts. You know, I don't want to go into a huge discussion about this because I just don't have the energy for it.
I'm so sick of the terrorist rhetoric. Oh my fucking God.
And I'm not here. I've said it before. I don't have the energy within me to teach another grown, capable fucking adult what's right about this situation. Like, I just don't have it in me because I'm going to want to kill you.
Yeah, because you know why? It's so much more comfortable.
I resent the fact.
It's so much more comfortable to believe what you've believed, because once you dismantle one pile of bullshit, then you have to go, oh my God, this one and this one and this one. And you have to fucking come to the realization that everything you've believed is a lie of our country.
Yeah. And I don't know why that's so hard for some people.
It is.
It's really like people are flat out refusing. And so I had to I just pointed out a few things, and I was like, you keep saying this terrorist shit. Like, who do you think created Hamas? And he tells me probably ISIS.
Because the hashtag Hamas is ISIS. That's another one of their talking points. Hamas is ISIS.
And I'm like, and he's like, you must have been watching crazy people on fucking social media. That's where you're getting this from. Like I should be watching Fox News instead. Like, what are you saying?
Not only this, who do you think created Hamas? But at this point, who the fuck? Like, they're a necessity at this point, because who the fuck else is fighting?
So he tries to respond and be like, you know, I don't agree with like the women and stuff getting killed, but like, come on, like all these babies and women getting raped. How are you a feminist? What? How are
nobody was raped, you bitch.
And I said that shit is not. It's been proven. It's not true. Like, journalists had to fucking admit they had no proof.
One baby died on October 7th, and this just came from an Israeli report. One baby died October 7th, and it was due to crossfire.
So I'm like, you know, just saying a few things, and I'm like, so how do you feel about these settlements? Like, you know, you're talking about there needs to be a 2-state resolution, and there needs to be like he's just regurgitating this bullshit that, you know, the Western media has been spitting out.
What did he say about settlers?
He kind of just dodged it, like they do.
They love to dodge that one.
And it just whatever the brief conversation that we had, it just made me realize that like it's very easy for white people to side with people that look like them, to blindly. That's what's happening. And
yes,
that's what happened with my other friend that I cut off, my other Jewish friend, studio owning friend, Zionist. That is called himself a Zionist. That's what's happening with this man that is a white man. Like, it's just easier. And their brain, it makes more sense, I think, to support people that look like them.
Because we've been conditioned.
And follow that rhetoric and follow that. Like, what? Like,
we've been conditioned to look at the Middle East and Arabs as terrorists.
Yeah.
As
in the media, in Hollywood,
yes.
It's all programming.
Yes.
And it really is effective, because the people that I'm talking to these are smart people, and they're so committed to the idea that these are fucking raping, baby killing terrorist ISIS.
Yes. And we've been so conditioned to believe that, and that the Middle East has been at war for thousands of years over religion. Mm-hmm. It's never going to change. They've been fighting forever. They're going to keep fighting. And in reality, that's not the case. You motherfucking colonial fucking settlers, America, you imperialist, greedy fucks.
Mm-hmm.
We prop up governments to suit our needs.
Yeah, that's what this is.
And then countries implode.
Mm-hmm.
And then America, we're famous for radicalizing groups. Osama bin Laden,
in South America, all through Latin America, like the same story has been told.
Yes.
So
Nicaragua, like
so Panama, fucking all in Asia. Like I had to be like,
we are the terrorists.
Why are you putting that? Like he had to be like, what did he say? He asked me something, and I'm like, why do you doubt that that's what's happening? Like, when it's all, this story has been told in other countries so many times throughout your old ass lifetime.
You've seen more than we've seen.
So why are you in such denial that that's possible? You know what I mean? And he's like, you mean to tell me that this is all because Israel wants Gaza? Give me a break. at that point, I was like, you know what? You're committed to ignorance.
Oh my God.
Literally said, that's what you're trying to tell me? I'm like, okay, you don't, I can't anymore because I'm not going to upset myself. Then he changed the subject and was like, we really need to go to dinner and have drinks.
No, we don't ever.
It's been far too long. We could discuss it in person.
Make a donation to Gaza in my name, bitch.
I just said, I'll pass. I'm not interested in any further dialogue, anything else. That's it. And I blocked him. And that's the end of that.
Yeah.
And like I said before,
good job.
And these are like people that have been in my life for so long that were like friends, actual friends to me, not colleagues, not fucking like, God damn. But if it comes down to family, if it comes like whoever, like I don't have any space in my life for people that uphold that kind of mentality and are spreading that message. And it made me think like, you're probably saying the same bullshit to your kids, like you know what I mean? Like you're just you're perpetuating that same narrative that the Western media fed you. You sound so dumb. You don't even know facts about so much that you're trying to defend. It's gross. It's really gross. And I'm done.
I'm so grateful for social media during this genocide,
because people on the ground there are able to document what is actually happening. Like you're asking me, am I watching crazy people on social media to get my information?
No, I'm watching the people that are there. Die.
You mean the people that are there right now that are able to document on a cell phone? Yeah, I'm watching those crazy people that are telling the truth and showing us, instead of believing bullshit that everybody is being proven time and time again that they're lying about. Like,
we're old enough that we've lived through a few things, right? As far as wars, I can remember the two Middle East wars, Sarajevo, and I just remember hearing and seeing all these things on the news, and ISIS as terrorists, fucking Osama bin Laden's a terrorist, fucking the people of Iraq are fucking Iraq. Remember fucking George Bush? The Iraq.
They say anybody that pronounces it that way,
that's why I said
you automatically know that's a dead giveaway that they're not going to say what they should say.
No,
like, they're not going to be on the right side if anybody that says that.
Iraq? No. So I remember all the terrorists and bad people fucking from Iraq that were just always on the news, and
it's all strategic. And it works.
This is
That's sad.
And this is the first time in our lives where we get to see actual raw
undeniable
footage from the people.
It's undeniable. That's the thing.
Undeniable
for the first time. So it's like, now what's your excuse? Like you don't have any logical excuse for why you should continue believing the bullshit when the actual facts are like documented and live in front of your eyes. Like,
right. And not only that,
we don't have blinders anymore.
How do you justify these IOF soldiers? And I understand they're called IDF, but they're IOF, fucking Israeli occupational forces. Okay. How do you deny the shit that they're doing? Marriage proposals on fucking destroyed homes and schools.
Stealing women's makeup. Going through fucking a woman's home. Stealing homes. This is not about hostages. This is not about
stripping the propaganda videos. You strip these fucking men naked and then you make them come out with these fucking guns.
You spray paint and burn their bodies and fucking pose.
You light aid trucks on fire, and there's videos of this shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And this is about hostages.
And crazy people on social media telling lies. What are you talking about? Like, all the logic is gone. Like, I don't get it. How can you still? It's just, in my mind, it's like, it's racism.
It is absolutely 100%.
That's all that's keeping your support with them is racism. And I don't have any room for that. I don't have any
Nothing.
There's no understanding. There's no consideration for that. There's no
And we're not going to stop talking about it until Palestine is fucking free. We're not. And you shouldn't either.
Right.
You know, everybody should be worried watching this. Watching Israel's behavior, everybody should be fucking worried.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. Because they ain't even listening to the dumb fuck in office no more.
Oh, no.
At all.
And he's oh, God. That our government is scary. It's terrifying.
I just seen a video today. Oh God, I forgot her name. It's a white woman. She's in a liberal party. A man was speaking to her about Gaza, and she goes, "Okay, could you hurry up and wrap it up?" Then she had another woman removed for wearing a Free Palestine shirt. But bitch, that's why liberals are dangerous.
Yeah. Don't call me a liberal.
Ever.
Don't even call me a feminist. Don't call me that. I don't call myself that. Don't call me that.
I'm an anarchist.
Yeah, if you want to call me anything, call me that.
You know, I'm not huge on labels, but it would definitely be that. Burn this shit down, start it over.
Yeah. Just to change gears a little bit, I follow this woman. She has a podcast. I can't think of the name. I've never actually listened to the podcast, but I followed her because I saw like some clips of her Instagram, and she was really funny. I don't know if she's a comedian, but she's funny. Anyway, she posted this thing like, are we okay? Like, are humans okay?
No.
Like, do you guys remember when there was a bodies exhibit in Vegas, and like come to find out, it came out later that all of the corpses were stolen from China. They were fucking stolen cadavers of like prisoners.
What?
And like, yes, it was a whole thing. And
you went and looked at it?
I went to the exhibit before.
I remember.
And so I wrote to her. I wrote on her post, and I was like, I actually went to that exhibit at the Luxor in Vegas. I was on ecstasy. I was up all night. I fainted. They had to take me out in a wheelchair. Like,
pussy.
My fucking life. I remember my face got hot, and I fucking and you know, I thought bodies, like I used to think I'll be fine around bodies and guts and veins and what. No, I fainted. I remember they had a secret hallway.
You definitely aren't getting hired at Kaiser ER now, bitch.
I know. They brought a wheelchair. They took me behind this hallway that was behind one of the exhibits, and then like out into the fucking casino to get me out.
Oh, they were embarrassed.
But yes, I remember. I'll never forget that exhibit. But I thought it was awful that come to find out all of those bodies were fucking stolen. Imagine like
the US
your dad. We can't find your dad for fucking years and years and years. He's in some jail
in the Luxor
in China. No, he's in Vegas. His body's cut in half. You could see his dick, his flaccid dick. We're paying $20 per person to go look at his body cut in half. Like, humans are fucking shit. Humans are not okay.
No. Oh my God. I didn't know that.
Yes. I'm thinking they're like ethically sourced dead bodies.
Well, yeah, like me. I want to donate my body.
Yeah. I mean, there's people willing, right? No, these are stolen prisoner bodies and shit. There were babies. Like I remember it had all ages and genders and shit in this exhibit. And
it's probably missing kids, bitch, in them exhibit.
They stole them from fucking China. Wow. So that's fucked up. So that's my experience with the bodies exhibit. Don't support that shit. God, now I feel guilty. Like, no wonder I fucking passed out. My body was like, this is not right.
It's horrific when you think about it.
You're not supposed to be here. This is not right. These are stolen bodies. Oh God.
Why we didn't steal them from a European country though?
No. Or from the fucking body bank in Israel.
The skin bank. I'm telling you. In America, brown bodies, black bodies have less value. And that's what everything comes down to.
It's a commodity, and it's disgusting. And it's fucking... We're living in a nightmare. The more I find out...
This is a Black Mirror episode.
It is. The more that's revealed, and it just gets darker and darker and darker. And it's like, just when you think it can't get any worse, you wake up and you log in social media, and you're like, oh my fucking God, my mind is blown again. Every fucking day. That does something to my psyche.
Yeah.
Because like I've talked before about the intrusive thoughts I have, and like the worst of the worst that I imagine when I'm coming in, unlocking my front door, like I'm gonna see P's head cut off and shit. No, I'm seeing that in real time, but it's somebody else's baby. But I'm seeing that now like it does something to you.
It does. You know, I've thought about how the people of Gaza, of Palestine, mentally are going to recover.
Right.
I've thought about that, and every day.
It's strategic. They're terrorizing these people and doing it in a way that like they're not going to recover. Like they're making it so that, first of all, I mean, it's obvious they're trying to wipe out all the babies so there are no more.
What they're doing is creating new generations of resistance.
I hope.
Because I want to join.
If they're mentally capable, I hope. But it's like they're trying to eliminate to where like that's not even an option anymore.
To break them down so bad that they give up.
That they won't be a threat.
And and to see their heart, they're like, no, we're never leaving. We're never leaving. We're not doing a 1948 mass expulsion. We are not leaving. In
other human disappointment, American disappointment, Balenciaga, this is in my notes from a couple weeks ago,
they binge
or whatever,
right?
Remember they had the pedophile shoot
with the
articles and the court documents that were actual pedophile cases in the photo shoots. Like it was very specific, it was a very clear nod to fellow pedophiles in these shoots, right? Everybody forgot about that. They had a fashion show about a week and a half ago or something. All these celebrities and influencers and whoever, they were all invited and they were all so happy to be there. And it was just like, wow, like, was that even a fucking year ago? Like everybody just said, oh, that's not a big deal anymore. Salma Hayek was there. These other fucking makeup artists and Kim like
Kardashian.
Of course, who spoke out at the time of that shoot, spoke out against it and was like, I don't support. Now all of a sudden, bitch, you're there, happy to be there.
I thought this is why you do not support celebrities. You just don't. It's very fucking trash.
Their outrage when this shit happens is just performative.
For sure.
And then they're right back to supporting.
They sell their souls for dollars.
Yes. And so I like unfollowed all these people and I was just like, damn, like happy to be there. Like you're thrilled. Like fuck all that. You know what I'm saying?
There's
like
no standing on principle. There's none of that.
There's no integrity whatsoever. No. Zero. Zilch. And I'm looking at all these mini influencers like up and coming that ain't even blew up yet. And like they're so thrilled and honored and to be invited and to be there. You fucking dumb bitch. Like, why wouldn't you turn down that invitation?
For sure.
Like, you're so thirsty for some fucking attention. This one bitch was like, had Kim Kardashian like off in the corner of her photo. She's taking a photo with her off like to the side.
I wouldn't want her.
Like your thirsty ass was so, you look pathetic.
I wouldn't want that bitch thirsty. Nowhere by me.
No, you were so thirsty to be next to that bitch. You look pathetic as fuck. They're supporting a company that clearly did a nod to pedophiles in their whole campaign.
For sure.
Oh my God. It just made me so sick.
And these fucking people support fucking Israel. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The correlation. Israel is one of the largest safe spaces for pedos. Look that shit up, y'all.
Yeah.
Look it up. You're going to be disgusted.
So... yeah, just more American disappointment. And I saw like Sexy Red was there and like all these, big names, big up and coming names. Like that's a new celebrity. You know what I mean? And then like they know what they're doing. They're getting all these mini influencers that are up and coming, makeup artists, like people that are starting to get some traction in the media. Invited all of them. They were all happy to be there, posting selfies and proud of themselves. You look like a pathetic ass loser to me. I'm sorry. Like, I don't have what it takes to ever want to be a celebrity because
I don't either.
Yeah, I'm not willing to kiss ass and overlook serious ass shit and abuse of children and fucking I don't have what it takes if that's what it takes.
Wow.
Sorry. I'll be fucking trying to steal Duraflame logs for the rest of my life.
Before I fucking life, bitch.
Before I fucking
I love you so much.
Kiss some ass and want to go schmooze with them people. I'm good.
Same.
Yeah.
Shop local, steal corporate.
Right. We need t-shirts.
No, for real.
Next t-shirt, don't take it.
Yep. Don't.
Yeah, so just to change gears a little bit, there's a documentary. It's like a mini docuseries on Netflix. It's only a few episodes. It's not super long. Really fucking good though. It's called Bad Surgeon. Have you seen it? Mm-mm. It's this Italian surgeon that basically was doing these surgeries. Like, it's this up and coming new science. He was replacing like windpipes in people.
Oh, wow.
I didn't realize that's an organ that you need to like keep you alive.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought that could just be easily replaced. Well, apparently he was trying to easily replace it and not doing a good job, and people didn't catch it, but he was like this renowned surgeon. This is very recent. Like, he just fucking, this case was going on up until like 2 years ago or something.
Oh, wow.
It's very recent. So it's worth watching because he got involved with these women, and just like, it's crazy to watch how far like confidence and arrogance will help you get away with shit.
Oh my God. I just said to Mark last night, we were talking and I had brought up how if you're already a slightly arrogant or shitty person, you put money on top of that and it will turn you into a super villain, a real monster.
It'll take you places, but it'll take you, like, you'll get far. If you don't have
you're gonna fall hard.
If you don't have any empathy, well, hopefully you'll fall hard. Some people never do. They get further and further, and then they're billionaire scum.
You have to be a little bit of a sociopath.
For sure.
And you have to be okay with stomping on people.
But that's been proven. Like, even like, people have talked about how, like, if you just act like you belong and have a sense of arrogance about yourself, like, you could walk backstage at a show. I've done it. You can you won't be stopped. Like, you can fucking steal. If you just do a lot of things in plain sight, have like, own it, and have like this arrogance about yourself
and confidence,
you will get away with a lot more than you realize. And I feel like these criminals just take it to a much higher fucking level, like sky high. And I mean, and that's how billionaires are created, and that's how fucking, that's what happens. But like, this story is a really like eye-opening example of how if you just fucking own it and act like you know what you're fucking doing, like, everybody doesn't have time to fact check everything,
right? I
guess that's the scary part. But like, you can get away with a lot of shit, and this guy was getting away with some crazy shit, and it's like documented, and it's a really good, it's really good. So watch it. It's called Bad Surgeon on Netflix.
Okay.
And I was so happy I found it, because I was like, this is outrageous shit.
Is he in jail?
Well, I'll leave that to the documentary. Okay. You'll just have to watch it.
I hope he is.
Yeah, it's good. Okay. It's really good.
Okay. I'll watch it. I like shit like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, I'll save the rest for Patreon.
We got stuff to do for Saturday.
The party is Saturday. We have some tickets left. So,
a few.
Go grab them. When they're gone, they won't be available to purchase. So, the link, I'll share the link again. I'm healthy enough that I'll be there and I won't get anyone sick.
We almost thought we were going to have to cancel it a few times.
Multiple times. I was like praying to cancel it at one point, because I was like, if Peas don't get better, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
But she's good. So we're going to be there in dresses. Peas is not going to be there.
I'm so sad.
So I'll probably be drunk is what that means. We're going to have food. We're going to have desserts. We're going to have raffles with cool shit that I want to win. I don't know if I can enter.
Right.
New merch came yesterday. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm so
I was just
telling
Miss Melly about it yesterday. I was like, when you see this merch, like, you're going to die fucking laughing. Yeah. So hopefully come party with us.
Fucking hilarious.
Saturday. Yeah. It's our dysfunctional company Christmas party.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see a lot of you guys.
Yeah. Okay,
that's it, you guys. Subscribe to our YouTube, our Patreon.
Go join our Patreon, the $20 tier. If you love us, do that for Christmas.
All we want for Christmas is some reviews.
Yeah, and yeah.
So that would be nice.
Mm-hmm. And subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes.
Did we say that already?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say it twice.
Those.
Okay, suck it easy.
Okay, go to bed. Bye.